How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Provoked Thoughts, in the building today. And I'm coming to you with some news. Of course, we got the closing arguments for the Trump trial. And for some strange reason, the Democrats saw that this was the right time to come out and be at the trial and talk their level of crap as far as, political, because of course it's political motivation at its finest. They sought to, try to call again all supporters of Trump clowns. And as you can see, they brought Robert De Niro in order to further perpetuate this foolish narrative. So we're going to go ahead and see what Robert got to say.
I grew up here and feel at home in these streets. I feel comfortable. The Twin Towers fell just over here, just over there. This part of the city was like a ghost town. But we vowed we would not allow terrorists to change our way of life. And we started the Tribeca Festival to bring people back. I love this city. I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world.
Okay, so tell me how that's possible for you to tell us what this man wants when he's clearly telling us that he wants to save the country from you and Biden and all of these people who, once again, you're going to let them know how you really feel about them.
But we vowed we would not allow terrorists. I owe this city a lot. And that's
what? What? We won't allow terrorists. I owe the city a lot. Oh, God.
That's why it's so weird that Donald Trump is just across the street. Because he doesn't belong in my city.
First of all, how are you staking the claim to a city with millions of people and you telling us that he doesn't belong in the city? He doesn't belong here. He doesn't belong there. Oh, my God. It is ridiculous to see this meltdown in full force, man, because this is all that this is. This is desperation at its finest. It's a group of people that don't want to lose power, and they're claiming that everything that they're doing, he's doing. Absolutely not true. Why are you standing in front of this man's courthouse while these closing arguments are being had, making an emergency speech? Wow.
I don't know where he belongs, but he certainly doesn't belong here.
In the White House.
We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot. A two-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids, pretending to be a spokesperson for himself. He was calling it as himself for himself, to fool the press into inflating his net worth.
What? What does that got to do with anything? What are you talking about, man? I mean, why are you even out there? I mean, what, because you got fans and you think that you can, that's the only people that, probably still like you, probably, because of The Godfather and all that too. You are not that guy anymore. No one cares.
A clown. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns. We have them all over the city. People who do crazy things in the street, we tolerate it. It's part of the city. It's part of the culture.
Yeah, people doing crazy things in the street, like coming to a trial that you claim is not election interference in order to interfere with the election by spewing propaganda about a man and this boogeyman theory that you had guys have about Donald Trump that, oh, if, we don't, as a country, deal in ifs. We deal in what is going on right now in our lives, in our pockets. No ifs, because we could have said that if Joe Biden got in office, he was going to destroy the country, which he has. Donald Trump hasn't done that.
But not a person like Trump who will eventually run the country. That does not work. And
you're right, he will eventually run the country. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Robert De Niro.
All know that. Anyway, we make room for clowns, to each his own. But no one takes him or took him really seriously. They take him seriously now, of course. But around the country, people who didn't know him as we did started to support him. They bought into his bullshit. Trump bought their votes with outrageous lies and empty promises. He got the most religious evangelicals to applaud a sinner who bragged about sexual assault, and who, just a couple of blocks from here,
when did he brag about sexual assault?
A jury found him liable for sexual abuse.
Another trumped up thing to make him look bad. He wouldn't have touched Eugene Carroll with your penis, sir. Moving on.
Somehow he even got self-styled patriots to support a man who called for terminating the Constitution.
When did he do that?
And on January 6th, rallied an angry mob to threaten democracy, leaving
to march peacefully and patriotically, which is the part that they eliminate. Peacefully, patriotically, because it doesn't support the narrative. People go and do what they want to do. He didn't tell anybody to go and, look for Nancy Pelosi or Mike Pence or any of that stuff. So, no.
Death and destruction in its wake.
The only person that died was the woman that got shot by the officer that was there at the building. That is the death. There was really no destruction. What in the world are you talking about, sir?
That's why I needed to be involved and wanted to be involved in the new Biden-Harris ad, because it shows the violence of Trump.
It shows the stupidity of you.
And reminds us that he'll use violence against anyone who stands in the way of his megalomania and greed. But it's a coward's violence. You think Trump ever threw a punch himself?
Have you ever thrown a punch yourself that you weren't acting? I don't think so. Sorry, Robert.
Or took one? This guy who ran and hid in the White House bunker when there were protesters outside?
The man went to military school. Did you? I don't think so.
No way. He doesn't get blood on his hands. No, he doesn't. He directs the mob to do his dirty work for him.
Oh, we're the mob. So he directs us. He directed me to do a live stream, and, he directed me to, help along with his message. No, I saw an injustice, and that's why I'm here. Not because of anything else. I saw my gas prices. Not because of that. Not because of him. It's because of my life. Is because of the way that my life has been since the advent of this Biden era, this Bidenomics bull crap that we all deal with. But go ahead, Robert.
By making a suggestion, an inference, and his gang grovels and follows his obvious order. It's no surprise that the murder rate and other violent crimes peaked under Trump and are falling under Biden. And now he's promising to use our own military to attack U.S. citizens.
When did he do that? All of this and no receipts. This is all boogeyman in the closet, boogeyman syndrome. They're trying to scare the crap out of you, just like they did with COVID, with the what ifs and the possibilities of this is ridiculousness.
That's the tyrant. That's the tyrant he's telling us he'll be. And believe me, he means it. When Trump ran in 2016, it was like a joke. This buffoon running for president. No, never could happen. We'd forgotten the lessons of history that showed us other clowns who weren't taken seriously until they became vicious dictators. With Trump, we have a second chance. And no one...
Yes, we do. We have a second chance to get our country back. Yes, we do. Because all of the things that you're going to say that he's going to do, if he was going to do it, this is Donald Trump. He would have already done it if that's what he was going to do. We know that. You know that. The world knows that. Half the country knows this. And that's the reason why you're out here rambling, because you know that if the country changes, it's going to be to your detriment.
Everyone is laughing now. This is the time to stop him by voting him out once and for all. We don't want to wake up after the election saying, what, again?
You don't want to wake up and say, what, again? If Biden gets elected, I'm going to wake up like, what, again? They stole it again? That's what I'm going to say. That's what half the country is going to say. More than half, actually. The man allegedly got more votes Biden than Barack Obama. Nah, don't think so. Let's move along, though.
My God, what the hell have we done? We can't have that happen again. Yesterday was Memorial Day. It's a good time to reflect on how Americans fought and died so that we may enjoy the freedoms guaranteed to us by a democratic government. A government that, as President Lincoln said, of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
But you all are trying to make it perish because we're telling you what we want. We're telling you what we need. But you're telling us that, ooh, boogeyman, blah, 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 blah. And the only person that's listening to us is Donald Trump. He's the only one that actually has his finger and his, his ear to the pulse of the country. He's the only one. So we'll move along. I'm trying to make it through it.
Under Trump, this kind of government will perish from the earth.
Good.
I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I...
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're reading off your script.
do mean to scare you. If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss...
And this is him letting you know that this is fear-mongering at his best. Oh, I mean to scare you. They want to invoke fear because they know that people operate a lot of times on fear. So this is what he's doing, and he admitted it.
These freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted. And elections, forget about it. That's over. That's done. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave. He will never leave. You know that. He will never leave.
Crazy thing about it is I wish that there was a way that he didn't have to. Because that means that we would take the chance of dealing with people like you and ideologies like you and people who don't know what the heck they're talking about. I wish he would. I know that it's not possible, but I wish that he could.
What does that mean? Is that the country we want to live in? Do we want him running this country and saying, I'm not leaving, I'm dictator for life?
He never said that. That's your narrative. That is your narrative. You all said he wants to be a dictator for life when he said, I'll be a dictator on day one. I'm going to close the borders and drill, baby, drill. But you look past it. You don't see that. You don't hear that. You hear what you want to hear. That's delusion at its finest. At its finest.
I hope this new ad campaign reaches outside the bubble to remind supporters.
And you're right. It's inside a bubble. You all are in a microcosm all amongst yourself while people are waking up and realizing that their bills are high, their interest rates are high. They can't buy homes. It's better to rent now than it is to own because you all have jacked everything up so high that it makes no sense to even try. That is destruction of the American dream and the country. While you sit in your gated community, Robert De Niro, and then want to jump on your soapbox because you're getting paid to do so.
Of what a danger he is to our lives. This
Your
is
life.
not a threat. This is a reality.
How is it reality? We're living in reality right now. And the reality we live in is trash. This is fantasy land that you're trying to pitch as reality. This is doctor's cotton that you are trying to pass off as silk.
And that's why I've joined the Biden-Harris campaign, because the only way to preserve our freedoms and hold on to our humanity is to vote for Joe Biden for president. Really.
Is it? We trying to hold on to democracy and Joe Biden trying to hold on to his bowels. Really? No.
We don't have a choice.
Yes, we do. It's called an election, idiot.
On January 6th, while Republican lawmakers despicably tried to keep the loser Trump, in the White House, and Trump-inspired insurrectionists stormed the Capitol, brave men and women from law enforcement put their lives on the line to defend this country. Our democracy. They are the true heroes. These guys are the true heroes.
All three of them lied under oath.
They stood and put their lives on the line for these lowlives, for Trump.
Lowlives. You see that? When have you ever heard anybody call a Biden supporter a lowlife? That's a Trump supporter. Tell me, riddle me that. When have you ever heard us denigrate the other side like this? It's absolutely ridiculous. It makes no freaking sense.
They lied under oath.
You heard that?
They lied under oath. Right. Who lied under oath? What are you telling me?
Those two traitors behind you.
Excuse me?
Those two traitors behind you.
They lied under oath?
That's right.
What are you saying?
They're traitors.
They lied under oath.
They're traitors. You gotta, I don't even know how to deal with you, my friend. I don't.
Of course you don't know how to deal with them, bro. None of you guys have a comeback for none of this. You don't know how to deal with it.
I don't even know how to deal with you. They stood there. They didn't have to. And there were other ones in there who probably were in with them a little bit too, and they found a way to get around. Not these guys. They stood there and fought for us, for you.
Not for me.
For you.
Not for him. Not for who you point at either.
Well, they weren't fighting for me.
No, they fought for you, buddy. You're able to stand right here now. They are the true heroes. I'm honored to be with these two heroes today, from former Capitol Police Officer Harry Dunn and former Metropolitan Police Officer Michael Fanone.
So we'll go ahead and get past that, because that's absolutely ridiculous. You know, and it's so funny because Trump derangement syndrome is very serious. It is the scourge of the earth. It is not indicative to a healthy society. You know, I do not like the fact that we can sit here and we can allow, or it can be allowed for people, you know, that have no dog in the fight to sit here and try to tell you how to think, what to do, how to think, and where to go as far as, you know, your electoral. And if not, then you're a clown and you're an idiot. Clown and idiot, man. That's what the Democratic Party is all about. It's about dividing. It is not about togetherness, because if it was, at some point they would be talking about bringing people together, and they're just not. You know, so Robert De Niro, big thumbs down. I don't think I'll ever watch a Robert De Niro movie again. You know, I used to like Meet the Fockers and all that crap, but you know what? The hell with it now. Robert De Niro, we got our eyes on you, buddy. And we're going to see where all of this goes for you, sir, when all of this is said and done. It's been Provoked Thoughts, and I'm out.
How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.